Hi, folks. At least once a year, I come back to my hometown of Springfield, Ohio, and visit with my old buddies Freck Ray, Howdy Weber, and Skip Beckley. And I always bring my Cincinnati Reds jacket in memory of another hometown friend, Brooks Lawrence, who had a successful career with the Reds. My trips are even more special now because of a new attraction in downtown Springfield, a place called the Heritage Center of Clark County. Thanks to the many donors and volunteers, this 112-year-old massive structure has been preserved and transformed into an historical museum that I believe is second to none in the nation. There are beautiful galleries filled with a rich history of pioneer days, Civil War artifacts, and war heroes, early industrialists, and entertainers. There's a magnificent space for rotating exhibits, large functions, and meetings, and a beautiful gift shop with one-of-a-kind items, such as my new book, Winter's Tales. The combination of this historic building and all the many artifacts has a magical effect on a person as they pass through each of the four galleries. Let's take a look inside.
The spirit of America is alive at the Heritage Center of Clark County. Here is where you'll discover the stories of real people, their hopes, fears, failures, and successes, illustrated through one-of-a-kind artifacts. Stepping into the National Road Gallery, you walk in the footsteps of the Western migration along America's Main Street, the National Road. Take some time to get acquainted with families who followed the road, enduring countless hardships in quest of the American dream. Along the way, you'll meet the tavern keepers, wagoners, African Americans, and truck drivers who lived and prospered on the turnpike. Explore farm life in the heartland. See labor-saving devices and homespun goods. Celebrate the marriage of agriculture and industry and the expansion of a town to a city, while you marvel at the volume and diversity of products made in hometown Springfield. In the Agriculture and Industry Gallery, you'll encounter Americans and American ingenuity, making their community and the world a better place to live.
It was a right smart exchange of shots.
I was reloading with my powder horn.
The Clash of the Cultures Gallery takes you back to the Battle of Piqua as pioneers and Native Americans claimed the Ohio wilderness as their own. The roar of muskets mixed with war cries will lure you into the Frontier Theater. Relive the momentous events of Ohio's largest Revolutionary War battle.
Clark brought up his artillery and began to blast the Shawnees out of their shelters.
The bark flew.
In the Service to the Nation Gallery, pause to remember and honor the heroism of those men and women who throughout history were willing to serve in the military. The ultimate sacrifice that has guaranteed your place in the American dream. The rotating gallery, our largest open space, can accommodate massive exhibits and large gatherings. This ever-changing gallery adds new dimension to the Heritage Center every time you visit. Nothing tells the story as well as the Heritage Center. A visit here is like seeing an old friend or discovering new ones. It's the saga of people's lives, people like you. It is your heritage, your connection to the past, your window to the future. The Heritage Center is a place where people of all ages want to learn more about themselves and their community. There's a library for contemplation and study with space to research and write. And as a result of collecting physical reminders of the past and the present, it is a living repository of knowledge and experience. Opportunities for interactive learning flourish here. Children visiting on school tours are encouraged to touch reproduction artifacts so they can personally encounter the past. It is a place where a young person can internalize, embrace, and understand his or her individual contributions. Most of all, the Heritage Center is a place to have fun. In its short life, it has already become a favorite spot where people like to get together. There's a room for business and social meetings, larger functions such as dances and parties and special events, a store to browse and purchase an interesting book or unusual gift, and a coffee house with great food and wonderful atmosphere. As you can see, the great American spirit is alive at the Heritage Center. Remembering and reliving the past is the only way to preserve our future.
Now that I've shared with you some of the wonderful experiences you can have at the Heritage Center, why don't you come and see for yourself the magnificent world-class facility right in your own backyard? The smiles on faces and sparkles in eyes are proof that this museum brings out the wow in Springfield. It's your history and you deserve it. The Springfield Clark County Heritage Center is more than a museum.